All right, I think this is going to be the last video. I could be lying though, so we'll see. What I want you to do next is lighting. Okay, now you can use the stock Revit lights. I'm okay with that. Um, and what we need to do is there is a first floor electrical plan, although when placing the recessed can lights, if you remember, they are easier to do if you go to a ceiling plan, a reflected ceiling plan, because the ceiling is here, so they will host to the ceiling. Okay, and so we want to put in some recessed can lights. We need one over the sink, a couple over the walkways here, one over here, one over here. If you don't like the one that's in the project for the island, you can substitute it with something. I'm fine with you doing that. Okay. And so these need to be hosted in the chipboard ceiling. As you can see here, they're up there in the ceiling. Okay. Now the under cabinet lights, and let me go to the okay, they're not showing on the electrical plan. They're there, trust me. Okay, if I zoom in, you can see them right there. Okay, so this is a stock Revit light. Download under cabinet light 120 volt. Okay, so you'll put one in, and then let's see what they show in this section. Yes. And I kind of centered them in the cabinet, and you want it hosted up inside the recess of the cabinet, not down here at the very bottom of the cabinet, but up in the recess there. Okay. And I did 4 of those, one on either side of the sink and then one on either side of the cooktop. Okay, and then of course recessed can lights. Now you guys don't have to worry about doing light switches and labeling of receptacles and all that kind of stuff because we're not doing any drawings in this project. Okay, we're building this thing, we're building this model in order to create a pretty picture. Okay, kind of a deviation from what we've always done in the past in here, but this is a different class. So we're going to infringe on the interiors program. They have all the fun over there making everything pretty. So that's what you guys are going to do here. We're going to make it pretty. All right. So lighting, I'm cool. If you want to paint the walls a color, I'm fine with that. Pick a nice Sherwin-Williams paint color or something and pull in there, because remember we did Sherwin-Williams last in residential too. Okay, so go back and pull that material library in and get you a nice Sherwin-Williams color if you want to use something there. Lighting, and then we're going to do a series of renderings. And I will write down in Blackboard exactly, well, I say exactly, pretty close to what I want. We want, one from here showing basically the whole kitchen. And if when you set up, you're watching the videos, you remember how to do the camera views. So you want to set it up, adjust your edges. You may have to adjust your eye elevation because most of the time these things are at eye height, which is about 5 feet. Okay. And you can adjust your target elevation up or down so that you kind of get a decent view. You can always set it at eye height, but often it'll be a little down. This is going to be a perspective as opposed to orthographic view. Okay. You want to go through and, hide visibility of things, excuse me, that we don't want to show up. I just have to play with that. But we want one with kind of this perspective here. Another option is looking in this direction. This shows the front of the island here. Of course, it picks up the edge of the refrigerator. It's kind of hard to deal with these things sometimes. Anyway, we're going to play with a couple of different orientations. I may move another one over. Instead of looking straight down here, maybe, I don't know, maybe one from here looking. You play with a couple of different orientations for your perspectives. Do some test renders to see how they look. Hopefully, we won't have the sparkly, snowy, gray thing happen to some of you. But when you do these things, do you test one at draft or medium mode to see how it looks. And then when you're satisfied with it, run it at the highest option you can. You may have to adjust your exposure a little bit. I don't think I saved no, I didn't save a rendered view. I've run a couple of them to see how they look, and I haven't saved one yet. But what we're looking for here is to make it pretty. So the homeowner will want to spend the extra money to buy these really nice upgrade fancy wood cabinets. Okay. At this point, I'm going to say I think that's it. I will run through some more stuff and type it all up for Blackboard, so there might be another video, there might not. I don't know yet. All right, if you've got questions, send me an email. And that's the best way to deal with it, okay? All right, see you later.